Hey everybody, this is Patrick, and whoops. And tonight we're going to be taking a look at a more like a library look video of what I want to do. I wanted to showcase this little game called Savant-Ascent. I think I'm saying Savant, whatever you want to pronounce it. It's a little game I had in my library. I decided to, try it out because I just wanted to. It was sitting in my library, didn't know what it was from, so I wanted to play it. Turns out it's pretty fun. It's a little indie game. I pretty much finished it. I don't really have the desire to play anymore. But I got about, according to Steam, I got about 80 minutes out of it, so like an hour and a half. I'm not sure how much it really cost. I believe it's a couple, like $5, something like that, on Steam. I don't know how I got it again, so I don't know how much I paid for it, but I think it's probably worth about $5. It's pretty fun. There is a lot more to do in it. I just didn't. I have a lot of games to play, and I felt pretty content after beating the story mode in this game that I was pretty much done with it. But I want to show it off because I think it is worth. I think it's worth showing because it's pretty fun. So let's actually hop into endless mode first, just to show you guys what the game is like. So the game, actually, there's not really much to a story, so we'll just do the story. So the game is really simple. We'll do this. I don't want to spoil anything. So the game is really simple. It's you're a dude. You can shoot things. You shoot. It's a kind of bullet hell-ish, but not really bullet hell. I'll show you guys in a minute what that means. But you just shoot things and go for a high score. The story mode's got 3 stages. It takes probably like 5 minutes to beat, if that, if you do it all quickly. It took me a little while longer because I was still learning the game, but it's not too difficult. It's pretty fun. So let's go to story stage endless mode. I'll show you what I mean. So this is you shoot things. You hold down the mouse and you can just fire bullets at them. I have upgrades in the form of these discs that you collect, and you can improve your shots and your bullets and whatnot. So I'm just gonna blow these guys away real quick. And you can move back and forth between these 2 platforms by just W, A, S, and D. So W and S go like that. If you hit W, or W makes you jump up and change between platforms, and then S and D just go back and forth, or not S and D, A and D go back and forth like that. I'm dying a lot because I'm talking, but this is really the game. So you go back and forth these 2 platforms. You dodge things coming at you. There's bigger enemies like these wyvern that come flying out at you. They're a little more difficult to kill. But other than that, this is pretty much the game. So this is endless mode, so obviously you're going to try surviving as long as you possibly can. Whereas in the story mode, you're actually trying to get through levels. Ooh, that was dangerous. There we go, knock him away. In the story mode, you have to try to get through the story and unlock what little story there is of it. It's quite a bare bones story, if I do say so, but it's pretty decent. The story is interesting. The end boss is kind of funny. It's really fun though. I finally really get into the groove and you start playing, and I just kind of kept going and going as I was playing this for a while. The only thing that I will say is that for the longest time I didn't know there was this super attack, and I could not for the life of me get past the middle level where the first wyvern comes out at you at. That thing right there. They come at you in one of the levels, and you can divert them with your super attack like that, and it knocks them away and they go the opposite direction. I didn't know that was a thing for the longest time, and so I was just getting wrecked by this thing because I couldn't ever get out of the way of it. Turns out all you gotta do is deflect it, and it makes the game so much easier. But I just didn't know that was a thing you could do. So I was just dying over and over and over trying to beat that level when I just couldn't do it because I kept getting killed by the wyvern and I died. It's really hard to do this while talking. But so yeah, there's basically 3 types of enemies. We'll go into the story mode and show you since it's a little bit slower paced. You get high score and whatnot. And this is the upgrade system for the game. This is the progression the game has. So as we go through the story, there's I think 4 discs you unlock in the story. These discs are actually soundtracks for the game that you can play as well, which is kind of cool. But each one also gives you new abilities. So the first one is Power Trip. Every time you defeat an enemy, that charge meter at the bottom of my screen. So that unlocks a charge meter basically when you allows you for a powerful burst attack. And that's the right mouse button. This is the one I didn't know was a thing. It's like your super attack. You right click on it, sends out the huge burst. Well, that one destroys like all minions almost instantly. But it also has the ability to divert the wyvern away from you. So it hits them, it does a lot of damage to them, and it also pushes them to go the opposite way for a while. So you can just knock them away from you and deal with them later. And that is what was killing me because I just didn't know that was a thing. It drove me nuts. Next up, we have Savant-Ascent, which is unlocking the sound that splits your first attack into 5 vector missiles. So every time I first shoot, it does like that charge attack, and then it hits like shoots out with 5 missiles. Really good for blowing up like one-shotting groups of enemies that they spawn. That was a really fun ability to get. Next one was Premonition. Soundtrack gives you, it shows me, like, it gives you a little warning where things appear around me. Metamorphosis, unlocking the soundtrack, changes your charge to 5 bars. When fully charged, you miss normal damage, so as I charge up, do more damage. This was the newest one I got from doing Endless Mode, I believe. Boost the charge meter by pushing down to dodge, down or S to dodge. Every dodge perform adds power to the charge meter. So that adds a charge. There's 2 extra ones, and they actually show you in the main screen where you get them from. So in story mode, the first part of the level you get 2, next you get 2, and then you get none of the. That's the boss fight. And then you go into, I believe, Endless has 2. I've collected 1 from Endless, and I think Time Attack. Apparently I do have all of those in Time Attack. So I guess the last 2 is from the Endless mode. And that's really all the game is. You play story. It's basically you ascend up the tower. You start in the bottom floor. You then play in the middle floor. And then you play at the top and you defeat the boss. And then unlocks Time Attack at Endless mode. Endless mode is just going for as long as you can. And at a certain point, those special golden enemies will spawn. They'll drop you those CD pieces. Each CD to unlock requires 4 fragments that you get from in the game. I'll show you the story mode, the first level story mode, to give you guys a little quicker, a little slower demonstration of the game because it gets real hectic real quick. So this is you. You are, I don't know who you are. I guess you might be Savant. I don't know what the real story is here. There's not much to it. Did I already hit? No, I didn't. So these are your basic enemies. They just spawn in. Usually spawn in groups of 4 like that. This is your CD key. So they spawn these what end up being golden enemies. I guess they're silver in the first world, but they're normally golden. When I've already collected them, they're blue pieces, and they just give me bonus points and charge meter. When you're actually playing the game for the first time, they spawn as gold, and then you pick them up, and they grant you their parts of the CDs that give you the upgrades. So you collect these as you go along. One thing to note is that after you've already beaten that enemy and gotten the gold thing from it, the next time you kill it, it will not be gold anymore. So that's what they normally look like, is that gold up there. So say, like right now, all these are giving me blue ones because I've already killed them and collected the blue one from them. So if I was to first start playing again, I would be collecting gold ones again. That's the gold one right there. And then they would be giving me parts of the next record to unlock. So these are really basic enemies. Once you do the attack, they just move around. They're really easy to kill, die in a couple hits. And then when they go to attack, they'll do this and they'll make a noise and they'll roll up and then they just charge at you. They're fairly easy to dodge, they're fairly easy to kill, they're only a real threat when they're in huge groups, which like that, they will do. And they will hide off the screen a lot. You can move the screen around, but they start circling around you and it gets a little bit hectic. First level again is pretty darn easy, you just survive for, I don't know, a couple minutes. And I'm already upgraded up to almost full power, so I'm just one-shotting and wrecking all these things. But normally it's a little more difficult. And that first level is pretty easy to begin with. And this leads you straight into level 2. This is level 2 now. And from there you do this. It's the same thing. Now you go back and forth and they go up and down and whatnot, so you have a little more range to dodge attacks. You have 3 lives shown down in the corner. I don't believe there's a way to get lives once you're in game. So if you take a hit, you're probably gonna lose. But you do when you beat like a level. So let's say I beat level 1 now. If I was gonna go and spawn, like start again, I can start just right off on this level 2 now, not having to go back to level 1. So it's like checkpointed basically each level. And there's only 3 of them, so it's not a very long story. So I'm just gonna kind of keep clearing these out. I'll show you the first wyvern, which is what my charge attack does. I just right click on that charge. It takes a part of the charge meter, the boost meter, but it lets me just divert wyvern away instantly, which is extremely useful. Those stars are your other kind of enemy. They sit where they spawn basically until they start charging up, and then they will do like an arc attack at you. They'll arc down or around and try to hit you. They're a little bit hard to dodge, and they take a few more hits to kill these normal little roller guys. So you want to probably focus them when they first spawn over anything else. These coppers, like the 3rd type, they're pretty simple what they do. They're quite a bit more tanky, so they take quite a bit more hits to take down. But they spawn in from either the right or left side, and they just kind of do a zigzag, slow move towards you. So that's all there really is to them. They're just a little more tanky, so they take longer to kill, which makes them a bit of a pain in the butt when you're like focusing on all the other things swarming around you, especially when you don't have these upgrades yet. This is the first wyvern. This is one of the hardest enemies besides the boss. Normally, I mean, you can just shoot it and do damage. They have quite a lot of life, so they're really difficult to kill. But that's when the power attack like that it knocks them all the opposite way for a while. So you have plenty of time to divert your attention away, hit him a little bit, power attack when he's done, and it makes, now mind you, like I said, I was playing this game for quite a while without knowing that power attack even existed. It made it so much harder to do anything. But once I discovered that it existed, I pretty much just aced this level almost like it was nothing. This is also one of the harder parts of the level. This is towards the end of it. You get all these guys here, kind of just shoot them all down. That also was quite difficult when I first started playing without my power attacks and charge meter and stuff. It's quite a bit harder. Right now I'm just kind of stomping through it because I've already beat the game. I've collected most of the abilities. And so here's the boss fight. I guess I might as well just kind of show you this as a walkthrough because really there's not much more to this game. So it starts off like this. I just shoot the orb down. It spawns wyvern at me, I believe. Not a big deal. Just blow it up. Super easy. It's a lot harder again when you don't have charge attacks because I'm just charging up and just destroying everything. And then you go to the real boss fight where you fight, I believe it's Vario. I'm sure you know where that came from.
It's me,
Yeah, it's quite the reference. So he's a little bit harder. So you want to, he spawns in and he will do like, he will do that and fly across the screen at you and stuff, and then try to come down. When he hits, he'll drop these golden, I guess golden, sort of dodge champ. He'll drop those like golden blocks, and you kill them to gain charge meter, which you need to use to kill that orb down there. The only way you can hurt that orb is by using charge attacks on it. Normal attacks don't damage it at all. So really this whole boss fight is just dodging him, and he comes in a very predictable pattern. He does he goes from a jump, like a slam down attack to a cross attack. Really easy to dodge and predict coming. Once you get it down, it's really quite easy. As you say, just ace that fight. The first time, it took me about 2 or 3 tries to kind of get it down, and that's it for the fight. So basically just kill the orb, use charge attacks to divert wyvern away. You blow it up first time. Vario comes out. He either does a slam down or a cross the screen attack. He drops a golden box where he lands. You just kill it, gain charge, shoot the charge at the orb, and rinse and repeat until you beat him. And that's pretty much the entire story. We beat it in about probably 5 minutes. Super easy. I got a new high score, looks like. I did, barely. I actually got a high score from that. And that's literally the campaign. That's the story. And then you get a little bit of a story piece here, I think. I guess I can count the spoilers, but I mean, this video has only been about 10 minutes long. I've pretty much showed you everything in the game. I don't even know what's happening now. I guess I'm fighting it again. Maybe. I don't know. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Got a little bit of damage, a little bit of charge from that wyvern. Got another come back up. Walk through that, blast it away. And we'll just keep hitting the orb. And that's mainly the main part of this. The main fighting a wyvern is you really just blast it away with the super attack as soon as it comes out, and you gain charge so quick that you can really just blast each wyvern as they come near you and not even be a fight. It's not even hard at all. I don't know if I guess I'm just fighting him again. So we're just going to go back to quit because that's kind of pointless. You can also get Vario mode if you beat the game, and I believe it lets you play as Vario instead of your normal guy, which I guess would be Savant. Except I still appear to be the same, so let's see what happens. I go to Vario mode and go to story. Maybe. Maybe it just changes like my mask or something. Appears to be pretty similar. Okay, so let's me teleport instead. Okay. Oh. So that's what it does. So I shoot Varios now. Okay, that's kind of cute. I teleport and shoot Varios instead. That's what happens. Alright, well, that's cute. But that's pretty much the game, guys. It's made by D-Pad Studios, clearly. It's a couple bucks on Steam, I believe, and we actually check the price real quick. I don't think it's gonna mess the video up at all. It's just gonna not gonna see anything on the screen for a second here. It is currently $2 on Steam. It is $1.99. For $1.99, I think you could do much worse than this for $1.99. It's quite a fun game. Like I said, I got about an hour and a half of fun out of it, and then that's why I just felt satisfied. I didn't collect everything, didn't complete everything on the game, but I didn't feel like I needed to, honestly. Has some achievements, didn't get them all, don't feel like I need to. I got my $2 worth out of it. It's a great little fun indie game. It's kind of a, oh, there goes my phone. That's good. But it's a fun little indie game, really, really cheap, $2. You can buy, like, it's like less than a coffee, basically. And you get about 2 hours of fun out of an hour and a half. Tons of fun, has some replayability, a little bit, not a whole ton. There's only like 6 CDs, and Endless only gets you 2 more. You can go for the global high scores, which is stupidly high. I have 12 million. This one is like, 172 billion? Yeah, if you want to go for that, feel free. I'm not, because I have other games to play, and that's just kind of dumb. Here's the achievements too. I don't have any of them actually, but it looks like you can defeat 500 enemies endless without dying. There's kind of basic things like that. So, other than that, I think we're pretty much done with this game. It's $1.99. It's called Savant-Ascent on Steam. If you like those kind of games, you like what you saw in the game, I would definitely suggest go picking it up. You can do a lot worse for the $1.99. But anyways, guys, until next time, it's been Patrick. I'll see you guys later.